Hello everybody, it's Steve. Welcome back to Surviving Mars Below and Beyond. In the last video, kept building up my tourism area for the colonists I'm bringing down, and I'm looking at my medals, a whopping 89 medals, and I'm thinking I do not have the capacity to bring these folks up this week, which kind of pisses me off a little bit, because I need to build stuff here. I need to build domes. I need to build our probably like a hanging garden, an arcology, sanatorium. I mean, if these people are going to be visiting, especially if these are going to be my tourism domes, and these ones being quote-unquote support domes, I need to make sure that they've got like the hanging gardens for the beauty aspect to make sure that's being taken care of as well. Now, the hanging gardens is way right here, but I've already got a few things lined up. Martian-born ingenuity I need to get. Battery optimization, which this one actually, I don't need that one. Because with the ancient artifact, I don't think drones actually need a battery charge anymore. So I'm going to take that one off. Extractor amplification I need, because I can actually increase all my extractors, my water, also my extractors up on the asteroids. Factory amplification, deep space scanning, and then we'll go ahead and I'll queue up the hanging gardens at that point. So that's going to be my setup for that. This, unfortunately, I kind of have to leave be because of how much I'm consuming. Now, my machine parts factories, they're just chugging through it. 125 is how much metal I'm pulling out per day. I've also got this depleted site that can actually afford to work a few more people. It's only going to be pulling 2 per day, but it's better than nothing. Let me go up to full speed on this. And I'm also looking at the quote-unquote beta site that I was talking about, God, about 2 weeks ago now. There's water here. Not a great amount of water. There's concrete. There's 2 metals deposits and a rare metals deposit. I'm thinking that this RC commander needs to come over here. I could start building this up, and then maybe kind of setting up an infrastructure to work this area as well. So let me see how much a drone hub here could actually cover this metals deposit, which doesn't actually give me all that much to work with, if I'm honest. But these two would be pretty decent to work with. So if I do a drone hub right about now, that'll cover quite a bit. Let's go ahead and set some infrastructure in this area. I'm going to do that. And let's go ahead and grab a universal depot. No fuel. No exotics up here. Let's actually see what's going on downstairs real quick. So I've got the drone load up here. Gotcha. All right, your ancient artifact is actually being built, and I believe I need to power this thing before it actually, does stuff. So, a little difficult to get the drones are needing some stuff that you can do see there is a cable coming off this guy. I just can't remember how much this thing actually needs to be powered. So maybe a very quick like, oh, I got to slap down some sterling gens or something down here to get it fully operational. Or if it does automatically turn on without power, I can just run some cables to it. There's the extractor amplification. Got research super quick because I've got that much going on with how much research I'm producing. I'm producing 5,000 research right now. I think it says per soul. So, I mean, factory amplification is going to just get burned through really quick. And you can see the little cables going up here for the ancient artifact. Very, very slowly. I don't want to come away from it because I do want to finish with, or I do want to start this video by getting this thing set up. So we'll finish this up. I'm going to get the beta site up and running. If I'm not mistaken, the drones will actually not need battery after this. But wow, these drones are just... Okay, interface connected. It does need power. When construction of the artifact went out without a hitch, our colonists were very hesitant when approaching the artifact to connect the cables, but even that seemed to go without trouble. When turning on the interface for a moment, all the nearby drones ominously drove toward it for a moment and gradually returned to work as the interface got fully up and running. The artifact seems to be more potent than we thought. Not only is it able to send radio signals throughout the underground, but is also remotely able to charge all drones we connect to it. Our scientists have found hundreds of other protocols we may be able to access. They have a number of upgrades in mind. This does take 80 power to get up and going. But note, I no longer need to charge these guys. So let's go ahead and arrange for some power generation down here. I only have sterling gens.
Funding received.
Or alternatively, I just hook up a shitload of cables, which I'm not admittedly opposed to at this point. Oh, you kidding me? That one damn thing. Can I even get through this? I may need to clear this section out. Let's go ahead and clear. There we go. And it's also outside of range. Damn. Move these drones down here. And while that's going on, we'll head upstairs. I do... Right, because we have the deficit downstairs. Let's go ahead and get a couple drones working up here. I will not hook this one up. This is probably going to have its own independent power supply. Although, just a simple Stirling gen right here for the moment would be enough just to get it up and running. I'll go ahead, turn him on. And once we get the materials here, we'll get this going as well. Probably put a couple moisture vaporators up here or just hook up this water extractor. But I do want to put a Moxie up here and a large O2 tank to make sure this dome has plenty of power. Let's actually turn this off. We're diverting way too many resources away from this. This needs to be built up first. All right, Crux is ready to head out. Let's actually run up to the asteroids. We got Khufu here running with... I actually got an extra supply during the day, which is good. Can now do Amplify on these guys. And I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to amplify all of these guys. It's going to take polymers. Why are we not taking the waste rock off this guy? Weird. Set a large dumping site over here, maybe? Yeah, I have 10 drones, but they're just, I guess, running around doing weird things. Alright, let's check on up here. We are running a water deficit already because we don't have a ton of water up here. We already ate through it all. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade all the micro-G extractors over here as well. And I'm absolutely going to need to make sure that... Oh, wow, we are almost full. And these guys have all been upgraded with the advanced improved photovoltaics. We've got that going for us as well. Yeah, it looks like a couple of these sites have already been depleted. Burning through these guys pretty dang quick. But amplify, amplify, amplify. Alright, we're good to go on these guys. Alright, we're going to come back up here. Cancel and just... Nope. Sorry. Alright. Request and just launch now. Yeah, I'll go ahead and just... I'll be -4 on the exotics on this one. We're still doing pretty well with that. Alright, we got our drone hub up and running. So let's go ahead and continue this project. And I'm going to request that... They brought up fuel anyway. Damn it. I'm going to request 10 here. And we'll start to see all the shuttles are running up that way to get that done. Emerald 1 has arrived. I believe the elevator is requesting extra materials down there. Underground. Make sure there's 100 down here. Of course, making sure we have a minimum of 100 metals on our surface, just in case anything arrives. Let's go down there. Let's pop downstairs for this. Alright.
Resources are low.
Yep. Can't confirm. And because... Oh, the Great Underground Shuttle Race. Some of our engineers and marketing experts pitched an idea for us to invent in the Martian underground. They eventually want to race some of our shuttles through the tunnels. Our marketing team is already negotiating various entertainment companies on Earth for the rights to air the event. It's $5 billion, but okay, I can lose some shuttles. That's kind of a risk I'm willing to take. It's $5 billion bucks, and also that's a lot of outsourcing that I can do. We're already working on to deep space scanning. I'm going to queue up the Dream Reality, the Sanatorium. Probably the mag field generator. I got to start working on some of these other big things too. To start doing the terraforming on Mars also. That's perfect. There's a little water deposit there we can get to eventually. Do like that. Looks like we have a cave in over there we gotta look at. Okay. So a lot of metal is going to be needed to get this over there, but thankfully I have a hay around here somewhere. Alright, let's actually get the tourist applicants. Because we are going to need them. What is this? Metals? Oh, perfect. I need metals. I need it for a project here. That just worked out fortuitously. Alright, come on down here. Can't tell which of these things actually have metals. Actually looks like a lot of it doesn't have metals. Don't have any over here? Oh, all of our metals are elsewhere. They haven't been collected yet. Whoopsies. Alright, that's a problem for me.
Resources are low.
Right, we're low on polymers up here, which I understand. We're going to have to, get that at some point. What are you pulling out? 0.8. I'm going to run this for 1 shift a day. Just because I want to try to keep my water in equilibrium. Got a significant discharge at night, but this is also because I've got these guys amplified. That's going to be keeping things up and going too. Alright, and let's also confirm what I need up here at Khufu. They don't have a lot up here. They do need polymers and electronics, maybe like 10 of each. But they're not pulling a lot right now.
Funding received.
I'm going to leave these guys be for a bit.
Resources are low.
Yep. Very hard to see what's actually been built up over here. Actually come all the way over to here. This should be in range of the... Yep.
Research complete.
Deep space scanning. It's going to increase my power. We're also going to grab the metals off of this guy, hopefully, and build this stuff all up. Could also hook up a concrete deposit here if I wanted to. Not a terrible idea. Let's go up here, I guess, with this guy. Now, let's also highlight one of the drones that's down here. You. Battery. Okay, I guess battery... Right, because I don't have it fully hooked up downstairs yet. Dome without life support, that's totally fine. Turn it off. Because I haven't hooked up any water yet to it. Let's go ahead and hook up a water deposit. We're also going to hook up a big tank for this guy, too. We're going to come down here with this guy. Cables for him. Nope. I'm just going to do an actual extractor up here. I will need to put down some power generation here. Oh, good. I've actually a Moxie. I think it was from that big storehouse I was trying to build down under the... There we go. We're producing that. We'll have a large O2 tank going, and now we're producing water here as well, which means we're going to need a large water tank also. I mentioned that, but did not build it like a dum-dum. Put that guy there. Also going to slap down an MDS to make sure this dome is protected. I'm going to put one there and one here. Putting a lot of power into this grid, but also need these turbines up to do it that much faster. Perfect stuff. Alright. Let's go ahead, edit a payload. Let's visit an asteroid. 10 of those, 10 of those. We're going to take no fuel with us. Probably not going to need to take any of that, but no drones. There we go. Once we get that loaded up, we'll send him off as well. Crux is really just waiting here to see if there's any like missions that I need to go do. That's the reason for it. I've got a lot of homelessness in my colony. I am cognizant of that. Alright, let's do... Again, we are getting power set up in here. It's going to take some time to get operational. This one I'm also going to forbid... Yeah, birth's forbidden when full. Because this one I want to have somewhat standalone. Although, of course, I'm going to be most likely attaching stuff around it, too. So, like, an electronics store would be beneficial in a lot of places, actually. But we'll start by getting an arcology built up here. In fact, no, I'm going to... Hey, we gained $5 million. I guess that was an event downstairs I wasn't paying attention to.
Resources are low.
Power is low here. Yeah, I'll be fine. Alright. Bring down some extra materials, and we've got 50 exotics ready to go. So this guy's probably going to stay up here through the rest of the video into next week. I want to make sure we've got plenty of that going. Downstairs. Another Mars quake. Not too much for concern there. You're still carrying metal. Make sure these cables are built as best we can. Okay, the areas that are in white, these brighter white ones, these are the ones that have not been built yet. There we go. We're going to clear this area out, get this hooked up. Yeah, perfect. I'm going to drop this over here. Drop the polymers off. I'm going to collect the metal that's kicking around here. See if we can get this hooked up the rest of the way. Full system integration is going to cost me 200. Go ahead and just authorize that upgrade. I'm going to come over to here as well. Right. Here. Perfect. 32 metals. I can absolutely utilize that. So that concrete? Yeah, I don't want the concrete, I want the metals. That's going on. Come up here. What's our power grid on this one? 8070. Alright, let's do a atomic accumulator up here. Make sure we've got enough going for that. Turn this back on. Because this power grid...
Research complete.
Yeah, we have a lot going on here. Hanging gardens will go in these domes for the tourism stuff. And again, the tourism things, I wanted to hit that goal with this. Didn't make it just because I ran out of metal. Thankfully, there's a couple spots where I can slap down some metal over here and get that going. We'll likely have production of machine parts and electronics here. Actually, no, wait. Do I need that production up here? I don't think I do. Definitely gonna need more power up here. That or to hook it into the rest of the grid. Thankfully, we're gonna have a lot of waste rock be developed from this to go right here. That's the big thing.
Funding received.
Double check my outsourcing. Yep, still good on that. Dream reality. This one's gonna take a while. Martial Morn Strength can be a good one also. I selected OG Fungal Farm previously. I didn't do anything with it. This Conservation Landscape can be the other one too. Alright. Hey, once you have all your metals, let's head back up here. I want to try to hook up the artifact interface before the end of the video. It's a tough call, but it's possible. I do like the idea. Hey, got a fusion reactor prefab, 4 domes with spires. It's going to be very helpful for me. I'll put a scrubber down here too. Hei's on his way over. And yeah, this one, looks like we're going to be staying in the underground for it. Then, of course, once that's done, we do have our bottomless pit that we have to get up and running also. That looks like it's going to take 200 metals. Great. 100 electronics. 200 exotics. That's going to be the kick in the face for me. I'm not going to have those just yet. Sargon has moved out of range. Wasn't one I was interested in anyway. Move this guy up here. Move him up over this way. Okay, this one's commanded by the artifact interface. Gotcha. Once he's hooked up, we'll be okay. I think, actually... Huh. Cancel that project, actually. I'm curious if the artifact interface, I guess, would work in a very similar way to the drone hubs. In that it may not need... Get there, Steve. We gotta clear this area out. Definitely going to have to make sure I've got some redundancies in the power grid. Or, better yet, make sure that I've got... make sure that I've got support struts running pretty much the entire length of the line to make sure that nothing can interrupt it if there's a cave-in. Thankfully, I did not turn on like maximum Marsquake difficulty, because that would have been a bitch to deal with, not gonna lie. Of course, once Hei's done with this project, I will absolutely send him on a jaunty little quest to run around and get everything, because we kind of need these materials elsewhere. This area needs to be built. Site's being cleared. Go ahead and turn this guy off, and also this guy. I'm unfortunately going to need to dedust this guy, so he's going to need maintenance right away. This is kind of one of those downsides with planning a project like this, is that if you don't have all the materials in place, you don't have all the infrastructure in place like this, you're absolutely going to need to say, hey, I got a problem, I got to deal with this up here. This dome is actually fully loaded. Okay. Let's get... How are you not powered? Let's go ahead and polymer blade you guys. That should take care of some of that issue. Now let's go ahead and slap down a metals extractor. Let's also get my rare metals extractor going. There we go. So we'll get people working in here. There's nothing for them to do, unfortunately, because I haven't put anything in there for them to do. So let's slap down like a gym in here. Spacebar, I guess. Diner. Grocer. I'm going to do an electronics store up here and a security post. Wow. A lot of people living up here that need to be housed. Okay, yeah, once everything's delivered, we should be okay. Run back downstairs. Nope, that's not downstairs. That's way out of range. Alright, let's go over here, grab these last two, and let's turn this sucker on. And of course, this guy needs to get built up, so we'll get the electronics delivered for this, and then go on that. We also have to clear these waste rocks out. Let me grab all this waste rock, make it easy for us. This is where an RC constructor comes in super handy. That's the India special vehicle, which does amazing if you can actually get the damn thing. All right, we're maintaining him. Cool. Full system integration is underway. We're going to go ahead and automate this. This guy needs to be at high priority. And let's see if I can order up some drones from upstairs. I actually have 17 assigned here. Take 9 of you. I'm going to assign you to this command center. These drones should There we go. They're making their way over to here. We're going to get this up and running. And again, just need this scrubber in place. I can actually compact him a little bit.
Resources are low.
I didn't even see what it was. 3 light tripods are buried. That's totally fine. We're going to be running low on everything for a bit down here while we get this up and running, because we need the extra materials that I don't have upstairs. How much am I rolling with up here? 107. That's not enough for me to work with.
Funding received.
I'm going to go ahead and do double shifts on these guys. And I'm not worried about maintaining these ones. They just need to be operational here. Because this dome, yeah. I've got some vacant work slots popping in. That's okay. If I need to build a smart apartment or something like that, I'll go ahead and slap it down. Sanatorium is going to be done next. Outsourcing is expired, so we'll go ahead and do that. Yeah, we're needing people to actually operate these things. I will actually set up this food depot. To need like 50 food at any given time. That way we can make sure there is food available here. I'm also seeing that I'm pretty low on food, period. Let's go ahead and offer a concrete for food trade and see if anybody nibbles on that. We're down to 370 food at the moment, which is a little concerning. I want to make sure that I've got plenty of food available for colonists. 83.3 for 50, I'll take it. I think Japan also has an actual trade route we can do for it. Let's actually talk to the colony of Japan. Contact, initiate trade. 50 metal for 155 food. A little steep for us right now. Contact, they want to give us science, which I don't want right now. I'm not shopping for that. Paradox. That's actually not a bad trade. 50 concrete, they'll give me 21.5 machine parts. I'm doing okay on machine parts, if I'm honest, so not too worried about that one. Back into the underground, though. I'm not even sure. I think all these drones are actually running back here to grab stuff and take it over there. That's pretty impressive. But Hey is not doing his thing. Let's grab those. Yeah, this drone is connected to the interface, and he's going to pick up metals. Kind of shows you how big, how much real estate that thing can do. Not going to set up the bottomless pit lab because, of course, we want full system integration first on that. And I don't think we're going to get that done this video. Just seeing it how... Yeah, and my drones are actually carrying 2 at a time all the way back to the elevator, which is kind of making me think, do I need to put the other elevator in? The one that's over, like, here, I think? I think it's another, yep, that was a cave-in. I think it's another elevator that connects to the high ground.
Resources are low.
I agree, they are low.
Resources are low.
Checking on this dome, this group real quick. Running pretty low in the overnight hours. I think I'm gonna build a second accumulator, just to supplant my group here, because these guys are producing like 10 or something per day. We're almost at the daytime hours, so we'll see what this is going for the minute. Yeah, these guys are producing 120, so we do have a surplus in the day. I want to see if I can get these guys up and running that much faster. Alright, 194 of 200, so I'm actually impressed. We've got almost all the exotics we need down here. It's the electronics, unfortunately, that are dragging things down a bit. Let's go to the elevator, make an adjustment here. I'm requesting 15 electronics to be down here at all times. I need to make this number closer to probably 50. And also for this too. 20, don't need metals down here right this second. Let's actually, you know what? Let's make this number like 60. So we'll try to get some down here. Exotics, if I had them, I'd get them. I've got all the exotic minerals down here. I'm going to actually increase the priority for the scrubber. I'm going to take that over to this. Deliver this. I want to make sure that we get those, Really? Hey, you were doing your stupid thing? Alright, we'll send Hey off to grab that stuff. Hey, gonna do his hey thing. But hey, we got the artifact interface up and running. Now it's an issue of getting the support struts in place, the scrubber in place, to make sure that... I think I'm just gonna have to bring a shitload more drones down here. It's actually I think that's what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna send the RC commander up, grab a full load of drones, bring them down here, and let's see how many drones this thing can actually operate at any given time. Europe's the one to give me that. So I'll take this offer, and I have 24 drone hub prefabs. That's it? I think we need to kick this number up. There we go. Let's order up 100 more drones. Send a lot of them downstairs. I did not make my goal of getting this up and running. My issues with... Actually got all the buildings operating here. I'm actually okay with that. My issues with getting enough metal in place to do it was kind of holding me back on this week. If I connect one of these domes up, I think this one I connect maybe, it'll actually get it done. Project Morpheus is now done, which would give perks to adult colonists throughout the colony, including tourists. So that's one of the reasons I was looking at getting Project Morpheus done before I get this up and running too. Next week, really got to kick it into gear. Need to start working on carbonate processors. Core heat convector, that one I'm not super worried about. Water, I'm going to build some lakes. I think it's time I build some lakes. And also forest vegetation. That one, I just need to be building more forestation plants or get these seed vegetation projects up and running and just start dumping seeds into that. I've only got 30 that I'm operating on right now. So there's a lot of work for me to do as I go into the next week of the gameplay. For now, though, like, comment, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and all the videos that come out on this channel. Thank you all for watching. Wasn't expecting to get my quote-unquote beta site up and running today, but hey, I'm going to take that as a small victory. And outside of this, I need some victories right now. Thanks, everybody, for watching.